This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me Travis with PlayerProps.ai. NFL is back, baby. Granted, it's the preseason, but it's still back. We made it. Congratulations. We all survived. We're here. We have the Hall of Fame game tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We get the Chargers and the Lions. As you see on the screen right here, we have it up and ready on our betting trends tool. Now, playing time is completely random across every team, every player. So there's no predictions or anything like that in terms of the AI stuff for preseason, not just for NFL, but for anything. Like we don't do NBA Summer League. We don't do any of that stuff. But we do have public betting trends throughout the entire preseason. And wink, wink, this is a 100% free tool to access. So for you people out there who are still twiddling their thumbs on if they actually want to start winning more money and not sitting in that bleacher section, also known as the free zone, this is part of the free app. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to actually show a brand new feature that doesn't really have anything to do with this tool or this game tonight. But I'm extremely excited to kind of knock it out in this video. So, quick glance, you might notice something that's a little different on the tool. Within the last 5 minutes, we just launched this puppy right here. You see the very, very top. So we have the profile icon. This button's how to get into Discord. This button's to go to the YouTube channel. What is this star? We have a yellow star here. What does that mean? Well, let me show you. Let me tell you. So, this has been requested by a ton of our users. Many of you guys request this feature, and we have been building it and messing with it for quite some time, and I'm like, all right, today's the day, let's launch this puppy. So let's show you how this works. So real quick, I'm just gonna go to the to a few of the tools, and I'm gonna kind of briefly explain what is gonna be called the favorite list. So, you guys have been asking me in Discord in the suggestions box, which if you have suggestions on things you would like to see on the app, go to the suggestions channel in Discord and open a ticket and drop your suggestion. We actually look at those, and a lot of the features we've added this year are because a lot of you are saying, hey, it would be cool if you did this, this, and this. Not saying that every idea is a great idea, but there's no such thing as a bad idea. It's just how important it is for us to add it. So again, you guys have been requesting Travis. When I'm using your amazing app, the #1 ranked sports betting research and education app for people of all betting skills, betting skill levels, a problem I'm running into is I'll look at something and then I'll go to a different tool and I'll forget the player that I was previously looking at or the bet I was previously looking at. Guess what? We fixed it. Let me show you how it works. You're now going to see on the moneyline predictor, you see this little star icon here. The spread predictor, you see the star icon here. The total predictor, you see the star icon here. So let's say, of course, we're not going to be placing these bets, but let's say we were interested in this based on the data that's shown on here. Oh, hey, I like this one. Click it, tap on it. Boom, you see it turned to solid yellow. Spread predictor. Let's just say we're going to play this one. Moneyline predictor. Let's just say we're going to play this one. Now, okay, we have one moneyline, one spread, one total. Now, maybe we should look at adding, oh, hold on. What I'm trying to do here is, gosh dang it, give me a second here. It's not letting me minimize. Okay, whatever, it doesn't matter. Maybe this will work. There we go. I was trying to get the bottom bar to show. It was driving me nuts. There we go. So you get the moneyline predictor. We get the up. We already added a favorite from the moneyline predictor. We added a favorite from the spread predictor, from the total predictor. Now we're on the player props predictor. And let's say Cookie here. Oh, we really like this play. Click the little star button. Scroll down. Maybe we'll go to HRR here. It's a stat that we've been also printing money on the past week. Okay, let's say we like Kyle. Boom. Click the star here. Well, where do you think we click to see where all the players we saved to? That's right. We tap on this puppy up here on the left. Pop! We got a favorite list, ladies and gentlemen. Total, TOT stands for total. Atlanta versus Cincinnati, 7:10 p.m. Eastern time. What was the total we were looking at? Over 9.5 of this game with the current odds of -117. ML stands for moneyline. New York Yankees versus Tampa Bay, 1:05 p.m. What's the current Yankees money line? Yankees -103. SPR stands for spread. New York Yankees, Tampa Bay, 1:05 p.m. What are we looking at? New York Yankees plus 1.5. And remember those two player props we just added? Cookie prop stands for prop. It's the Atlanta and Cincinnati game, 7:10 p.m. Carlos Carrasco, O for over, 3.5 for the line, K for strikeouts, over 3.5 Ks. Prop, Texas and Seattle, 9:40 p.m. Eastern time. Kyle Higashioka, I think that's right, over 0.5 HRR, which again is hits, runs, RBIs. I'm very happy. It might seem a very simple tool, but it was not that easy to build. But this is one of the most requested features of like the last few months. So there's probably about 6 trillion of you watching this video thinking, holy crap, he pulled it off. This is great. And so if you want to get rid of one, there's a trash can here. So let's say, okay, I don't like this total anymore. Boom, it's off the list. Let's say you want to start from scratch. I don't like any of these. You click clear all. Now, you see where it says MLB favorites? So let me show you something real quick. We're just going to go to WNBA here. Let's just say we're going to add Shakira. And we're going to go back to the favorite list, clicking on the star. So it groups it by the league. MLB favorites, all the MLB stuff. WNBA favorites, here's the play we just clicked on. You want to get rid of all of it, clear all, boom. Favorite list is clear. This is, I don't know, I'm just excited for this. This is pretty awesome. Now, again, we don't have projections for the NFL Hall of Fame game or preseason games of any league because you should not be betting on them because it's a crapshoot. You don't know the playing time. But that being said, I want to create this video going over some things on if you are a degenerate gambler and you're going to be betting on 2 random teams, giving random playing time to random players. Let's see what seems like the most likely scenario for tonight's game. Again, it's not recommended you bet on this game, but if you're going to anyway, here's some tips. So first off, if you're going to be using the betting trends tool, which again is 100% free to every single person who has 2 thumbs. If you have 1 thumb, I apologize. It'll still work for you as well. The first thing I want to mention is to find this tool. You see how there's a bunch of things here in the bottom left. This is the betting trends tool. Where do you find the betting trends tool? In the trends category. You click on that, and it's this one right here, betting trends. This shows you, out of all of the people in North America that are betting on the preseason game, because they're ignoring me and still doing it because they're a degenerate gambler, this is what they're doing. So right here we have the money line. So these 2 rows here of gray and green are money line splits. It's saying how much out of all the people that placed a ticket on the Chargers or the Lions money line for Hall of Fame game tonight, out of all of those tickets, 52% of them are on the Lions to win. And then out of all of the money, not the individual ticket count, but of all of the money that's been placed on either side, 57% of the money is on the Chargers money line. Same thing with the spread. Spread is 0.0. It's essentially a pick 'em. Lions barely favored by half a point. 62% of all the tickets are on the Lions to win by at least 1 point, as well as 64% of the money. And then here we have the total, 33.5. A lot of people are thinking it's going to go under. So let us look at some things to see if we can make some educated decisions. I was looking at this last night, and what I want to do here is I don't know if DraftKings, FanDuel, or anybody has props yet for this, but they didn't last night. Let me see real quick if they're on either of FanDuel or DraftKings. No, it looks like they have team props and game props. Let me see if FanDuel has it. They'll probably offer props like super close to game start, if at all. But we're just going to go over a bunch of things just in case they do. So there's not really any player prop things now, but we're going to go over some things called NFL Hall of Fame notes. Boom. Let's go over some things that we do know from this game that could potentially help you make a more educated decision with your bets. move some things around here on my desktop. Okay, so where are all my notes at? Give me a second here. Okay. What do we know so far that is a 100% fact? Justin Herbert will not play. What else do we know? Trey Lance is starting and playing into the third quarter. How do we know that? Because that is what the reports are from the team. Trey Lance is starting for the Chargers, and he's going to be playing into the third quarter. So he's going to entire half and maybe even half of a third. And once he gets replaced, who's going to replace him? Quarterback named DJ. I call him DJ Ukulele. So Trey Lance is not getting the entire game. I don't think I spelled this right. Galelei. Yeah, that looks right. So he is coming in after Trey Lance is done. Taylor Heinicke is not going to play. He is a reserve only as an emergency quarterback. So I would believe that Trey Lance is going to get at least 2.5 quarters, maybe full 3 quarters. And then DJ Ukulele is coming in to replace Trey. What other some notes? We're not going to see wide receiver Ladd. We're not going to see Quentin Johnson. I don't think we're going to see any starter. Honestly, I don't think there's any. All the key starters. LA Chargers. Let me make a note here. LA Chargers resting all key starters. Goff is out. He's not playing. The quarterback who is starting for the Lions is Hendon Hooker. And then there's also Hooker starting. Kyle Allen comes next. I could have typed this out already, but I feel like if I go through it one at a time and read them one at a time and type them one at a time, maybe it'll click for you that you shouldn't be betting on this game. What are some other notes? So, estimated playing time for Trey Lance is into the third quarter. For DJ Ukulele, partial second half action. Maybe only the fourth quarter. Justin Herbert's not dressed. It's been said that Hendon Hooker, the Detroit quarterback who is starting, is going to get quote-unquote significant series / live reps. Kyle Allen will get backup reps. We don't know exactly when they're going to switch QBs. There are no props or lines right now for anything. So there's nothing to be like, oh, this player's going to go over and under. But hold on. Let me actually pull up something on my phone real quick. Let me see if like Prize Picks has lines. So if Prize Picks has lines for players, typically they're not going to be too different from sports books. So something else, if you remember, one of the Chargers starting running backs, Najee Harris, was an idiot during 4th of July and hurt his eye. So he is not going to be playing. Because I don't know how dumb you have to be to. You remember when JPP blew off half his hand by some 4th of July incident, and he has like a club and he's only got like 3 fingers on one of his hands. Yeah, I don't know what Najee Harris was doing, but he hurt his eyes pretty bad. So he's out, which means Hampton, the rookie running back out of North Carolina, is going to get the starting nod. We don't know how much playing time Hampton's going to get, but as of right now, the only thing that I can reference any kind of line, I just have the Prize Picks app pulled up. Right now they have Hampton at 18.5 rushing yards, which I feel like he can get, if he gets like 2 or 3, maybe 3 series, because I don't know, I think like this is one of the lines that I like the most. But I don't know if every book's going to offer that. But 18.5 rush yards, I like the over there. So they have Trey Lance at 118.5 passing yards. If you're getting an entire first half and in playing into the third, which means he's not going to get benched at halftime, his line right now on Prize Picks is 118.5. Which I feel like, even if he sucks, I feel like that's a line you should be able to get if you play into the third quarter. What are some other notes? So Hendon Hooker, what's his line? Hendon Hooker's passing line is 99.5, and it says significant playing time, but I would rather them say, like they said for Trey, and say, hey, he's going to play into the third. Because, I mean, maybe an entire first quarter to the Lions is significant playing time. I don't know. I don't know when Kyle Allen's coming in. The backup to Trey, DJ Ukulele, is 64.5 passing yards. We don't know exactly when he's coming in, so I'm not a huge fan of that one. Hooker, 99.5 passing yards. I don't know if I like that because we don't know the playing time. What else? Okay, here's something interesting. So I don't have it pulled up on the screen, but I just have a bunch of like side notes I took, and I'm just kind of typing them in here so you guys can see them on the screen one at a time. So here are 2 things that are interesting prop-wise. What else is interesting is there's been a standout receiver in the Lions camp. His name, gosh dang it, is Isaac Tesla, as weird as that name is, with a capital S in the middle. So he's been a standout receiver. And what's also interesting is the notes I have is that he's been a standout in camp drills with Hooker. Now, remember, Hooker's the quarterback that's starting. So if they already have a pretty good relationship, let's see if we can find a line for him. I don't think we have one. No, there's no... Oh, do we? No, there's no line. I don't have any line for Tesla anywhere. But if you see one, Hooker likey. Hooker likes him. St. Brown is not going to play. I don't think I like either quarterback for touchdown props. I'm trying to think here. So I think the only 2 props that I probably would lean to, which again, we're not supposed to be betting on preseason because you're just lighting money on fire. It's just people getting some reps, not worth your money. But again, if you're playing it, those are the 2 props that make the most sense. For team bets, the Lions are super small favorites. Like I said, we showed you on the betting trends that they're only 0.5. What is interesting is the consensus is that even though Detroit is favored by half a point, the Chargers are being bet more because they have a more competitive backup unit. That's what a lot of sources are saying, is that if you compare the backups to the backups, which is what preseason's all about, that the Chargers have a better backup unit. I don't think I would touch that at all because it doesn't matter either team who wins and loses. But what's interesting though is the total. So the total right now, what was that like on DraftKings? The total right now is 33.3 on DraftKings and 33.5. Okay, so the total 33.5. What is to note is that historically, the Hall of Fame games are very, very, very low scoring. So that is why when we showed you the team trends tool here, that out of all of the money wagered, 77% is on under 33.5 points. Let's see, the notes say 12 out of the last 16 Hall of Fame games have gone under 37 points. So only 4 in the last 16 years have exceeded 37. Granted, the line's 33.5, so it can still go under 37 and go over 33.5. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any other notes that I wanted to document for this, but I feel like that's pretty much it. So the only team bet, again, please, for the love of all that's holy, don't bet on this game. But if you're going to be betting in this game, Hampton, 18.5 rushing yards. Remember, Najee Harris is out with the eye injury, so Hampton's going to start. We don't know how much reps he's going to get. I think because he's a rookie, he might get maybe 2. Hopefully, if he gets 3 series, I think he can hit 18.5. He also has the skills to hit 18.5 on the first rush, which would be an easy cash. Because we know Trey is definitely playing in the third quarter, what was he? Wasn't he like the 2nd overall pick and just like faded out of obscurity? I feel like a lot of people watching this have no idea that Trey Lance is even on the Chargers. But 118.5, I feel like should be able to do that. I don't see any props for this Isaac guy, but the notes based on preseason is that he's been a receiving standout in camp, and the quarterback that is starting for Detroit likes him. And of course, we have the total 33.5. Historically, this is like the first time teams get any kind of action against another team. And so maybe lean under that. I don't think this is going to be high scoring, but in theory, if we do a single on all 3 of those and it becomes a high scoring game, chances are Hampton and Trey are going to hit their over, and then you'll miss the under, but you'll still be profitable with the 2 out of 3. So you can look at it that way. But yeah, those are my Hall of Fame game notes, kids. Oop, wrong button. And here's the tool as well. So hopefully you guys, I'm excited to hear your feedback in the comments and in the Discord on what you guys think about the new favorite list that I'm really excited to offer and feature. But again, the entire NFL preseason, this is going to be your go-to tool here, the NFL preseason betting trends. This shows you what everybody in the public's doing. Now, it doesn't mean that you do exactly what they're doing, because remember, 99% of the betting public is dumb. They're not using research tools. You are watching this video, you are using this app, so you're in the top 1%. Everyone else is just guessing. That's what preseason is anyway, but don't use this tool as 77% of people are betting on, or of the money is on the Charger, or the total, the game total go under 33.5. That means I have to do it as well. No, remember, 99% of people are not using PlayerProps.ai, so they're making horrible betting decisions. But you're watching this show, you have the app on your phone, you're learning how to use the app, you're ahead of the game. Don't fall into the trap of just following other people because you don't know what they're doing, if any research. But that's what we're just going to do for today. There's only 3 games for MLB, so I don't want to focus on that too much. Small slate. I know a lot of people are interested in betting on the preseason, which again, for the trillionth time, please, for the love of all that's holy, don't bet on the preseason. But if you are, those are the 3 things that make the most sense based on the news that we have and the trends that are available. Last night's show, we went a month and a half without losing a pitching prop show. And we had Will Warren yesterday, 4.5 Ks, and he got 4. He hooked us. So we went like almost 45 days without missing one, which nobody on planet Earth can say that except for us, but we're going to work on some new streaks. This doesn't count towards the streak, even if all the things I said wins, because it's preseason. And again, you should not be betting on preseason. Just watch it, enjoy it. And guys, we'll see you in the Discord. Good luck.